to do a quick video on the pentatonics and the modes and some stuff I've picked up very recently. I hope everybody's doing okay out there. We've got aliens, we have room temperature superconductor maybe, and it's a lot. There's a lot going on. The pentatonic, the first guitar lesson that I gave myself, we all give ourselves little lessons when we're practicing. The first thing I learned about guitar was that we should make fun of Kirk Hammett for his pentatonic box and the wall pedal. And this is the 90s. And that was the start of me thinking that we got to jump right to the big scales, modes, and what have you. And of course, that's no. And so I didn't spend much time on pentatonics. And then I became a drummer. We don't have those. You might be surprised. There's no pentatonic. We throw them in the trash. There's no pentatonic to be had. And now that I'm revisiting this, and there's one interesting thing, and I'll just show you real quick. I'm going to play a major pentatonic. So I'll do A major. So the major scale, we just add 2 more notes to the pentatonic scale. Minor is going to be the same, and we'll look at that in a second. So if I play the E shape of the A major scale, I get But watch this. I'm going to show the notes that are missing from the major pentatonic. So both have that. We're up 1 step. That's the 2 or the 9. Major third, right? Now this does not exist in the pentatonic. This 5 does. Then this doesn't exist. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tritone! The tritone's missing. And you will learn, probably on your own as you're doing this, that the minor pentatonic will miss the tritone of the minors. So we have A minor. Not there. So this is the minor scale. Just trust me. Remember, I'm a teacher, just like you, right? But the pentatonic, we have this note's missing, the 2nd. So we have the minor 3rd, the 4, and the 5. This is also missing. Tritone's missing out of the pentatonic. There are, let's say, if you don't know, the Ionian, which is the major scale, Mixolydian, and Lydian are the 3 major pentatonics. And the tritones of those are missing. So what you would find is like a Mixolydian would have that. There's its tritone. Major pentatonic won't have that, and so on. In the minors, you have Aeolian's the natural minor. And Dorian. So the tritone's in a different spot, right? Because now we have the 6 raised, just like the major scale. So it's kind of what this stuff means, I don't know, right? Like I said, I don't want to get too far ahead of things. Right now I'm trying to learn the pentatonic really well and how it relates to cage shape, you know. But I just thought it'd be interesting to show why they're so powerful is that if we can get the pentatonics down really well, and what I mean by that is, we're playing horizontally, vertically, we're not in the box, we're all over. One thing that's holding me back is not knowing the intervals, so when I'm doing the blues scale, I just have to fill in one more note, and it's the flat 5. So instead of, I go, you can hear that in it. It's real bluesy, right? And of course there's ways to use this. Sad but true, Metallica uses the blues scale all the time. But I should be able to just go in my head and say, all right, just play the minor pentatonic and throw the flat 5 in there. But when it gets up to like playing A in the G shape, for example, right? So what it is but I don't know that well enough to know that this was the 4 and this was the 5. So, and the power of the pentatonics is that if we just get the pentatonics down really well, it's just a matter of filling in some missing information. Namely, what do you want to sound like? Do you want to put if you're playing minor, do you want to put that Dorian sound to it? Do you want something else? We can start doing like, let's see here. So we can put the 6 in it. For gypsy jazz, that would be, it's a thing. But what we're doing is we're getting this interval in, and it's, so it's the raised 6 Dorian, right? So we're taking but pentatonic, the minor pentatonic doesn't have the 6. So we're just, to keep it 2 note for string, what we can do is we can, like I was just doing, whoops. I've not really been working on that yet. Wanted to get the rest down, so I want to be able to come into like E minor. And kind of float around and get out of the box more, Boom, default to blues. Which is not what I want to do. But I wanted to just show people that the pentatonic is just 5 of your 7 notes out of the mode, and it's just not, it's kind of gender fluid in that way. It's like, I'm not Dorian, I'm not Aeolian, I'm not any of these things. I am just the other notes. If you want that color put in here, go ahead. Do something. We can do a mixolydian, right? So we can have a chord here. Like, play a 7 chord on that. The foundation, I think, for me, and again, goals matter, so I want to do good writing and improv. Those are the things I want to be able to do really well. And technique's needed. I mean, I think we all need technique. Like, I just want a little overhead. So if I want to be playing here, I want to practice to be playing here. So I have this headroom to be relaxed in. And playing in front of the camera helps. I'm getting better without. Used to be I could just, shred. And then I turn the camera on and go, all right. And it's just to be a train wreck, and the foundation, I got off track here, is the cage system and the triads. And by the triads, I mean, I'm playing the full chord there, but you get the idea. is just able to come up. These are groups of strings, right? Like, one other thing I noticed is if I take any E shape, cage system E shape, so this is the E shape A. If I give it a haircut and chop its head off, get rid of these 3 strings, so I just start here. I can play the whole, every chord in this key right here. So the 1 chord, the 2, 3, right? The 4, 5, the 6, relative minor, the 7. As you can tell, that was sloppy, and I'm not able to let the chord ring and butt that up to the next chord, which means I'm putting a rest in there, which is not intentional. I just need a second to switch. So this is like, for me, I should practice that to get that dexterity down. And that's the kind of stuff that we can do to make everything kind of mixed together, you know, and be related. We can do exercises and maneuver that into musical, you know, expressions of the idea. So that's it. I just want to get back into this and just make a video this week and get some stuff out.